The ecology of freedom. For spectacular developments in stone vessel and bird production in the upper valley of the Tigris, Zioskaya and Koskun 2009. Elinor Ostrom 1990 offers a range of field studies and historical examples as well as formal economic models for the collective management of shared natural resources, but the basic point was already widely noted in earlier studies, some of which we cite below. 3. Gorescu-Roegen 1976 to 115. Periodic repetition of land at the local level was also discussed in Okuris on Manners and Customs of the Ancient Irish 1873 and in Baden-Powell's famous treatise on the Indian Village Community 1896. See more recently in Najero 2015. Palestinian villages under Ottoman and British rule practiced annual redistribution of communal grazing and farming lands under Masha'a Tenur, whereby owners of adjacent plots pooled resources to complete labor-intensive tasks such as ploughing, seeding, weeding, and harvesting, responding to annual fluctuations in rainfall at around 1986. In Bali, irrigated rice farming traditionally operated through a system of elected water committees. Local representatives attend temple meetings when access to land and water is negotiated annually on a consensual basis, launching 1991. Other examples of sustainable land management under some form of communal organization can be found in the recent history of Sri Lanka, Favenberger 1998, and also Japan, for instance, Brown 2006, Fuller 2010, with further references. Diamond 1997, 178, for Egg, Bettinger and Bauhoff 1982, Bettinger 2015, 21 Egg. For a review of how such processes played out in various parts of the world, see Fuller and Lucas 2017. None of this is to deny the fact that crops frequently got around various parts of the world, and often at surprising scale. As wheat, the westward transfer of Chinese millets to the Indus, mirrored by the eastward dissemination of Western or Central Asian bread wide to China around 2000 BC, but efforts, notably by Jones et al. 2011, to characterize such early crop transfers as precursors to the Columbian exchange of the 16th century AD, see below, as misplaced, since they ignore a number of important contrasts. These are spelled out by Boivin, Fuller, and Cotter, who note that early crop transfers in Eurasia took place within a long-term, slow-growing network of connections and exchanges over many millennia, often initially in small and experimental quantities, and driven not by centers of urban expansion, but by highly mobile and often small-scale intermediary groups, such as the mounted pastoralists of the Eurasian steppe, of the maritime nomads of the Indian Ocean. It was precisely this slow millennial history of cultural exchange and gene follow between Eurasian species that prevented the kind of major ecological ruptures which occurred once those same species were unleashed upon the Americas and Oceania. Crosby 1972-1986. C. Richardson, Boyd and Bettinger 2001. Recent estimates for the population of the Americas where the Europeans landed in 1492 are around 60 million. The figure of 50 million lost hectares of arable land is calculated on the basis of a land use per capita model in the key study by Koch et al. 2019. For aesthetic changes in sea levels at the late Pleistocene to Holocene transition, see Day et al. 2012, Pennington et al. 2016, and for the role of anthropogenic activities in altering terrestrial species distributions over the same time period, Richardson et al. 2001, Boivin et al. 2016. C. Bailey and Milner 2002, Bailey and Fleming 2008, Marian 2014, Boivin et al. 2016 with further references. Clark's 1978, Mesolithic Europe. The economic basis remains a foundational study of these processes. For a more up-to-date and global overview of Simitan 2003 and also Rowley Conway 2001, Strauss et al. 1990. Book-Chin 1982. In adopting the title of Book-Chin landmark volume on social ecology, we cannot follow his own ideas among human prehistory or the origins of agriculture, which are based on information that is now many decades out of date. We do, however, find much to learn much from his base insight for that human engagements with the biosphere are always strongly conditioned by the types of social relationships and social systems that people form among themselves. The mutual differentiation of forage ecologists of the American West Coast discussed in Chapter 5 will be another excellent example of the same principle. As the anthropologist Eric Wolf once put it, Bruce Smith 2001 discusses the whole phenomenon under the rubric of low-level food production, which he takes to describe economies that occupy the first and the first middle ground between hunting, fishing, foraging, and agriculture. Wild et al. 2004, Salting and Vibiger et 2012, Meyer et al. 2015, Tesler Nicola et al. 1996. For a broad account of the spread of Neolithic farming to Europe, understood through behavioral ecology and theories of cultural evolution, see Senan 2018. Kodat 1996-98, Janis 1997, Kirik 2003, Van der Velde 1990, Shannon et al. 2013, and see also Shannon 2009, Shannon and Edinburgh 2006, Hack et al. 2005, 2010, Larson et al. 2007, Gibson et al. 2017, Zellebel 2006, and for evidence of status differences marked by wealth on Mesolithic cemeteries, COC and Zellebel 1984, on cemeteries from the region of Karelia, Nilsson Stutz on Nilsson Stutz 2010, on southern Scandinavia, and Salting 1996 on the Briton coast. Kasina and Sulnikov 2011. Fell et al. 2012. Shirting and Richards 2001. Kolitko and Kelly 2007. Emphasis hostile in context between Neolithic farmers and more established Mesolithic populations, noting that fortified villages tend to cluster around the fringes of Neolithic colonization. Wengrow 2006, Chapter 2 to 3, Cooper and Copeland 2006. Wengrow et al. With further references. Sea Springs 1997, Shepard 2011. Denham et al. 2003, Golson et al. at 2017, Rosseauian 1995. Sea Springs 1995, the Lapita habit of leapfrogging established populations into empty spaces may be partially confirmed by the findings of ancient DNA, for which Collund et al. 2016. 1990. Kononenko et al. 2016. Gale 1993 provides a systematic comparative study of regional traditions of body art and tattooing in more recent Polynesian societies and their social and conceptual permutations. Holiday, Holdaway, and Wenrich eds. 2017. As we noted, Lapita is associated with the dispersal of Austronesian languages. Correlations between the spread of farming and language also seem likely for Nilotic cultures, and for much later Bantu expansion from western to southern Africa. For a general consideration of this and other cases of language farming dispersal, see Bellwood 2005, Bellwood and Renfrew eds. 2002, an association between Indo-European and the spread of early Neolithic farming in Europe is now considered unlikely. See Haag et al. 2015 with further references. 37. Caprice 2019. Fausto 1999. Costa 2017. Tescola 1994. 2005. Roosevelt 2013. Hornburg 2005. Hornburg et Hill at 2011. Complex. Being the cooperative world here, the indigenous arts of Amazonia are incredibly rich and diverse, with many regional and ethnic variations. Analysts have, nonetheless, found similar principles at work in visual culture of a surprisingly large regions. For a Brazilian perspective, Sildaru 2009. Erickson 2008, Heckenberger and Neves 2009, Heckenberger et al. 2008, Pazinen et al. 2009, Lombardo et al. 2020, Piperno 2011, Clement et al. 2015, Joseph Fausto and Neves 2018, Arroyo Calin 2010, Smith et al. 2014, Woods et al. 2009, Scott 2009, Smith 2001. Evidence derives from archaeological sites in the Valley of Mexico's Rio Balsas, Ranieri et al. 2009, Smith 2006, Fuller 2007, 911, 15. Reading, Reading 1998, such filtrations probably took the form of selective herd management, with husbandry limited to females, allowing the males to roam wild. In the archaeological phase, term pre-pottery Neolithic C. PPNC. College et al. 2004-2005. It's important to note that a decline in crop diversity may have commenced within the Fertile Crescent at roughly the time at roughly at time at the at roughly the time when the Neolithic farming package was carried north and west towards Europe via Turkey and the Balkans by around 2000 7000 BC, the end of the late Pre-Pottery Neolithic B period. Average crop diversity at sites in the Fertile Crescent had dropped from 10 or 11 original founder crops to a mere 5 or 6. Interestingly, what followed in this region during the PPNC period was a downturn in population associated with the abandonment of large villages and the beginning of more dispersed pattern of human settlement. See also Bogart 2005.